Hello everyone. I wanted to share a astrology reading for the full moon that's coming up this Friday, January 6th on Epiphany. And this is like the first day in a long time where the sun has been out, and I'm just like a happy kitty here. I think it's really fitting since it's Epiphany, and this is a ancient holiday that I think is connected to the goddess and some mysteries with Persephone, and it was often considered to be a time when the women celebrated their own festivities and took whatever money they had left over and had a special Christmas and celebration with themselves. So there's some beautiful mysteries here with the divine feminine that we're also celebrating here at this full moon. So I'll share a little bit of the chart. We have the sun and the moon are opposite each other in Cancer and Capricorn. So those are both cardinal signs that are initiating the mysteries of water and initiating the mysteries of earth. And many sages and avatars and Maharishis, they are known to be Capricorn. So I think that's maybe why we celebrate Jesus's birth around the solstice. It's like a signal of this being a wise figure, even though scholars say that Jesus was likely born in the summer in a cave. So we have the sun at 16 degrees, Capricorn 1622, which rounds up to 17 degrees. And the Sabian symbol for this degree in Capricorn is a girl serendipitously bathing in the nude. And this has to do with the feelings of vulnerability, of taking one's clothes off to be bathed, of purity, of being tender, being exposed, and also being free and being vulnerable. On the opposite side of the chart in Cancer, the water sign, the Sabian symbol for the moon is the seed grows into knowledge and life. So you can see kind of this tender feminine energy on both sides of the chart here of something new, something tender, growing and moving out of a comfort zone in order to grow into wisdom or into purity. Mercury is in the beams of the sun at 1743 degrees in Capricorn, and Mercury is at a degree that reads the Union Jack. And this degree has to do with covering up. If the degree before it, where the sun is about exposing vulnerability, the next Sabian symbol is about putting a flag over that vulnerability, or the way that we can hide ourselves in groups, or the way that we start to gather with other people to have a sense of safety when we feel exposed or too vulnerable. Mercury is in retrograde, so we're reviewing the alliances that we may have had and reviewing the ways in which we might cover up our vulnerability or work with other groups of people to hide ourselves or to find protection and covering with others. So as Mercury is reviewing it, we might be questioning what's working for us in that. Is it efficient, the partnerships that we've made? Is this truly helping us grow in wisdom? The other interesting degrees in Cancer are that on the opposite side of Mercury, Athena retrograde is in the beams of the moon. So you can see on the chart that I drew, maybe you can see, it's very bright. There's a lot of yellow lines, a lot of oppositions here in the chart between this Cancer and the Capricorn houses. So Athena retrograde is at 1851 Cancer. Athena in Cancer is really offering that wisdom, that feminine strength and shielding to that which is very vulnerable in us. So Athena comes in able to go right into the very center where men may be making decisions in the city, in the citadel, or in the very heart of humanity. And right now, there's a lack of a speaker in the house. I think this has to do with Mercury retrograde as well, as Mercury rules the throat chakra. So Athena is moving into wherever those decisions are made and providing her own sense of protection and covering. And then she's actually also at the event time, at the ascendant of the event time. So bringing forth her strength here and her protection, and then maybe reviewing, is it helpful where I'm offering this protection? Similar to how Mercury is considering how on Earth we work with unions or other groups of people or take flags of identity to have a sense of protection when we're vulnerable. Athena is looking at the ways in which we protect ourselves when we're emotionally vulnerable, and reviewing and seeing if those are serving us. At the very end of Cancer, at 29:49, is Black Moon Lilith. She is a void in the sky, the cosmic yoni. She stays in a house for 9 months, like a birth. So she is just at the very end, finishing up her studies through this house of Cancer. And she will be moving soon into Leo and starting a new 9-month cycle. She is exactly opposite Pluto. And I've just been seeing her as like the void that swallows the void, because Pluto is like this underworld experience that can catch us off guard and pull us into the depths. And here she is across the chart, in a way like swallowing death. I think that's a very kind of prophetic thing, how in the end, I think I heard recently one of my own teachers saying, one day the Great Mother will consume us all. And even all those things that we fear. So when we have those realizations, we stop being afraid and can live a little more confidently, having faced the fear of death, knowing that even death has been swallowed up. So some major transits are that the Sun and Mercury are making a trine with Uranus. Uranus and Taurus near the North Node. So you can see those blue lines here. Those energies are going to flow together. So you may find ideas brewing as Capricorn wants to initiate Earth mysteries. So business ideas, new projects, new building projects. Because Mercury is retrograde, so we're not getting Mercury's best energy, but we're taking time to review these topics. Uranus is also retrograde, and Uranus is going to be adding this electrical energy to these thoughts and ideas. Uranus trine the Sun could bring support for initiating Earth structures, reestablishing, reviewing those Earth partnerships that we have, especially because at the midheaven we have both Neptune and Juno are right here at the midheaven. So that point at the very top of the sky over the full moon event at the exact time, Juno and Neptune are there together, and maybe causing some confusion in our partnerships, as Neptune can make things nebulous and mysterious and evasive, and Juno represents balance. And so the question of what is sacred partnership, what is the sacred balance between men and women, Juno is right here looking over this full moon event and bringing those topics into our awareness. The square that's happening for this full moon is with the moon and Chiron, the wounded healer, the way in which the wound can become a medicine and a help for us. So as some ouchies may be coming to the surface, it's really good not to avoid them. That moon will be shedding light on those topics and inviting you to use that grist so that the places that were wounded can become places in which we're more conscious. When the wounds are unconscious, we end up acting out those wounds and wounding others the way we've been wounded, or continuing to fall into those unconscious patterns of behavior and not being mindful of how those wounds are playing out in our life. So what else do I have here? Oh, another major transit is that Mars is making a trine with Venus for this full moon, both in air signs. Mars is retrograde, still reviewing and considering how to find balance in the air. So Mars has been pinging around Gemini, and it can feel a little bit destabilizing in terms of our own thoughts, or the sense of like, I'm going this way, but oh no, now I'm going this way, and now things are changing this way. Or I've noticed I'm just grunting a lot when I'm trying to like get up and start walking or moving. I'm just having to take more effort. And that might also be Mars retrograde, that it's, we don't have that go energy that's fully supporting us in our movements. So we're having to take extra effort to move, or even to express our ideas right now. Mars trining Venus. Venus is at the degree in Aquarius of a council of ancestors, and Mars is at the degree of a medieval archer with a quiver full of arrows. So with Mars retrograde, this trine would be reviewing who is wise counsel to me at this time. Which feminine figures do I trust? Which feminine figures are not wise counsel to me at this time? And Mars is going to want to hit the mark at the archer degree and really have a clear sense in the mind, because it's air structure, about that partnership. So look for some clarity and breakthrough on those topics. The South Node is at the degree in Scorpio, 12 Scorpio of an embassy ball. So we're moving away from that sense of Cinderella being invited to the ball. We don't have a speaker of the house right now. We're not going to the ball. The roads are too snowy. Instead, we're looking to that North Node of Destiny, which is 12 Taurus. And that is a degree called window shoppers. And it's considering and looking at life as commodity. It's looking at what the potentials are, and maybe even highlighting places in which we might feel like an outsider, that we're standing on the outside and looking at life through glass, not really living it as fully. So look at those topics as they come up as well. What else? Oh, the vertex of this event, which is how the cosmic light is streaming through this particular event in a unique way, particularly for us in Moorhead, is Cupid knocks at the door of the human heart. So love is here knocking, and this is opposite Mars the archer. So is it love that's knocking, or is it a stand-in for love? Mars is going to bring a lot of passion and review to that, to really parse out the presence of love knocking in at the heart. And with Mars being so much in the head, Sagittarius, that fire is going to help bring some more balance to that fiery energy, and help us to be aware of the love that is knocking at our hearts. I hope that you find some inspiration on this Epiphany and this full moon, and that you're able to also feel the love that's knocking in your own heart, and that energy will carry you through 2023 into more of integrity and alliance with your true allies. Thanks so much for listening to this report. I wish you all well. If you want a reading, I will draw you up a chart. Happy to do readings for your personal natal chart, or for partners, even for children. It's helpful to know. I definitely watch that moon, and when that moon goes over my son's Mars, I can have more compassion on him because I understand what's happening. So if you're a mom who would like to have more eyes on the starry influences and understand how they might be affecting your children's mood swings, and how to be a cosmic mom, reach out to me and I would be happy to help you draw up your family's chart. All right, so let's pick some cards for this full moon. And I'm using my shaman deck today. Just asking for images, symbols, and pictures that can help guide us through these energies. I'll do a 3-card draw. The first one is like the heart of the energies. The second one is going to be obstacles to this energy. And the third one is solutions. So this one wants to come out too, and this one. Okay, so the heart of the matter. Oh. Oh. 2 of arrows, injustice. Things are not balanced. This reminds me of Mars and Gemini. And the archer, there's like too many arrows. It doesn't feel right. Gosh, the heart of the issue. Okay. Challenges to the issue or obstacles. Oh, the stag. All right, let's look at this one. You know, this has to do with like the protection. It's like the divine masculine protectors who are guarding and also who are very in tune with the elements of the earth, so that they're wearing the clothing of the animals, and they're able to use the wisdom of the elements in the protection. So again, it's upside down. It's like we're lacking the kind of alpha earth men, wild men who are giving their protection. The solution to the issues, card number 3. Oh. All right, so I pulled it like this. It doesn't matter to me. The message is either way. The solution is home. And you can see in this one, in the walls are a man and a woman. And then the home here is also very rooted in the elements. 10 of stones. So like finding that completion. So it's like the solution is to find that home, to find that sacred balance. And maybe that's what Juno is talking about and leading us into as well, as she is at the midheaven of this event, right over the sky with Neptune, really calling us home to find our balance. So may it be. Good luck, everybody.